Welcome to this online meeting. It is always a joy to be here with you. So we are number 6 course and we start with a guided meditation now. Your eyes can be closed. Take a nice deep breath. And then another one. Opening to this moment. As it is right now. And please invite your attention to be with the breath. One breath comes in and one breath goes out. Meditation is about letting the past go. To not be attached to what has gone. Stay open to stillness, to silence. And if thoughts appear, just know that they belong to the past. Let them come, let them stay, and let them go. Don't touch the narrative. What has already gone is past, is gone. And mind is all past, is all gone. So we shift from mind to no mind state. It's the state of quietness. In the quietness, we let go of all ideas, imaginations, becoming. We stay here, simply here in this space now. And the best posture here is to be still. Be still, be still, be still. Allow everything that is arising to arise spontaneously as it does. Then you come back to stillness again and again and again. This is the key to unlock all the contracted state of consciousness you might still identify with. You notice that the body is breathing. And you rest your awareness in the stillness of the breath, not trying to change the breath or alter it in any way. Just resting in the breath. And even if the breath is moving in and out, you stay quite inside. By resting your attention to the breath. And as you do this, you might start to feel a kind of stillness in your body and around your body. Feel that the breath is moving into stillness. Don't think of the breath, but stay, feel, be with the breath. Notice how calm, alert watching is happening. Being with the breath can calm your mind. Mind gets purified and distractions are less and less. And calmness is here. And this calmness is awareness. And awareness itself is already still and quiet. And meditation is an invitation to relax into stillness. In this natural, sweet state of being in the silence. Silence is our home, home where we are and we have always been. You can enjoy the quiet, timeless quality of this moment. There is no past here, no time. Staying here into this now without wavering is meditation. We are on the number 6 of this series, and the title today is Having a Deep Yes to Life, by healing shame and embracing vulnerability. So manifestation can only happen from a place of presence. When we are disconnected from presence, then we live in lack, no matter how perfect our life seems to be. Where there is separation between what life is and my dream of life, there is a deep dissatisfaction constantly rising, and nothing can ever make us happy there. When we stay where we are and we start to fully embrace the present, then we stop running away from what is. We then begin to start to cut through, you see, from our sense of separation, and then our life becomes much more creative. We open to fullness, to contentment. Actually, we allow creation to move through us. How amazing is then to simply watch the beautiful life effortlessly building itself in front of our eyes. So staying in presence means to stop chasing, to remain defined by either inner or outer images. It means to stop being stuck in the infinite limitations of our own deep-rooted self-image. But you see, again and again, do we really want to change? That is the question. Because you see, it's really all up to us. It's just up to us to start to abandon all that is false. We need to let go of the limiting, useless, and painful, and start to merge instead into the silence that is our real home. So now it's time to walk away from all the beaten track of all our ideas, concepts, and move beyond everything that we think we are. We need to have a deep look inside and stay with that silent presence. We must throw out of our consciousness all that is making us suffer. We really must be willing to live in lightness and happy and ready to be face to face with the formless. So if we look deeply into our suffering, if we dive into that sense of not having enough, and that need, you see, to seek other than what is already here, what can we find then? We are actually accustomed to a very old habit, you see, that is to chase the idea, I am not good enough. And another idea, very similar, there is something wrong with me and with the world. And these ideas, they create an inner atmosphere that has become alien. These ideas are responsible for all the struggle and the conflict with our own selves and with the entire world. And this idea, this idea derives from old wounds. So meditation is an invitation to boldly uncover the deepest wounds and let them gently heal under the sun of consciousness. Meditation is being with what is, however painful it is, and then discover that there, in the painful, we find strength and creativity. Usually, it is really there in our most vulnerable places that are our wounds, that we can find that link between mind and spirit. Usually, this sense of wrongness takes many aspects, has got many phases. But please remember that anyway, it's just an idea, it's just a belief. Because the only thing that's wrong, if there is anything wrong, is that we keep on believing that there is something wrong. And when we see ourselves as wrong, of course, then we feel shame and we feel very vulnerable. Have you ever noticed how this sense of shame, you see, is just something that is hanging around us most of the time? It is really so. If you go and check yourself, if you observe your thoughts, you see, and shame is just a thought. It's an old ghost. We animate this ghost by nourishing the sense of wrongness. The stronger we nourish wrongness, the stronger shame becomes. And we don't like shame. Shame is an aspect of fear, it's a form of fear. We cover shame, we avoid it. And the best way of avoiding it is to put ourselves in some kinds of hides. We put ourselves more on something more higher. But before or later, we're going to fall. We're bound to fall from any heights. And you see, and it is just when we fall that we feel ashamed of falling. But have you ever considered why we fall? And actually, the problem is not in feeling ashamed. The problem is in falling. And we fall because we are just following an image we have created of ourselves. We follow an idea of ourselves. So meditation is about looking inside and start to see that the image we have of ourselves, it might not be really the true one. And usually when we follow an idea, we live in the past, you see. We are ashamed of our past. Then we live with a mask. And this we have to see it very deeply. It can be very subtle because we identify with that mask, you see. And we have put that mask, that idea, that image of ourselves, because something inside, it was painful. So we need to start to drop, you see, the image, the mask, or whatever we think we are, and be what we always have avoided to be. What fuels shame, it's avoidance. And meditation is like holding a mirror, you see. In the silence, we can really see our true face. We see how we are still identified with our narrative, with our wounded past. And we need to see it all, the pleasant, the unpleasant, without judging, resisting. You see, meditation, it teaches us to be humble, to be compassionate, and it gives us courage to start embracing our dark sides without fear. When we fear, we are contracted, the heart closes. No healing can happen when the heart is closed. When there is no fear, there is love. And only with love we can heal, wipe out all our past. Actually, you know what? Where there is love, there is no past. So meditation, it's a kind of softener, you see. And we reinforce compassion towards our failures, imperfections, and mistakes. We explore into our vulnerability, you see, and we can see how most of the time, vulnerability is a kind of sensitivity, a sort of resistance. We resist to what the me fears. And by doing this, we reinforce the idea of me. You see, sensitivity, it's about being touchy. It's a wrong vulnerability. We kind of feeling trapped, you know, and we feel that our defensive measures seem to be diminished or compromised or lacking. So we are afraid of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. This is a sure vulnerable state to live. It's a state of egoism. And so we are prone to be hurt and neurotic. They're very close, you know, shame, vulnerability, they're very close. They're forms of fear. But you see, all this belongs to the me, to that false image of myself. You see, true vulnerability has its own dignity. When there is no me that is afraid, then shines. True vulnerability has an amazing strength, vitality, and beauty. It's the beautiful expression of a divine plan. You see, it's the vulnerability of the bird crying for help because a predator is trying to attack his chicks. It's the vulnerability of a blade of grass that the cow is almost trampling on it. And this kind of vulnerability is natural. So, my friends, please check, you see, check these friends of shame and vulnerability hanging around. So you see, in these courses, we are exploring the power of consciousness. Consciousness has an amazing power. The world is our conditioned consciousness objectified. So that which I feel, I believe to be true of myself, it gets projected in space and time as my world. I am ashamed, I am vulnerable. It gets projected in space and time as my world, and the world responds to that. Our consciousness is the one and only reality which animates and makes real that which we are conscious of being. So we need to reorient ourselves to towards that which we really aspire to be. But the question is, what do we want? What do you want? What do you want? Main question, fundamental question. Do you know what you want, really? You see, meditators and seekers, you know, they talk about wanting supreme knowledge and freedom. This is the noblest aspiration. But actually, we can want anything, because these teachings you can apply anywhere. Nevertheless, the shift needs to happen between that which you are conscious of being and that which you aspire to be. Remember that every problem has in itself its own solution. Ignorance, inside ignorance, there is wisdom. Inside sickness, there is health. Inside poverty, there is riches. Inside weakness, there is strength. If our consciousness is of guilt, then what will manifest is condemnation. If our consciousness is of lack, then poverty will be the outcome, and so on and on and on and on. So never, ever forget that the inner state in which we live most of the time, it's the cause of the outer manifestation. As within, so without. Very famous wise sentence. As within, so without. I am is the creator of our own world. It all comes from inside, from our own pure consciousness. So what to do? What to do, really? What can we do? Buddha say, be a lamp unto yourself. Papaji say, don't land anywhere. You need to be aware of your own narrative. Step out of the past. Be free of control and live a natural life. And urgently, really urgently, start to reorient your own energies towards the fact you are that which you desire to be. And this is the truth. So feel as you would feel if you would be what you want to be. You're feeling, having, being already what you want to be, what you want to have. So keep doing that. Day in, day out. Do it all the time until your mind gets really saturated, you see, and accept it fully because it's the truth. Attitudes are very, very important factors in life. The suggestion here is to adopt the right attitude, to be already what you want to be. You need to drench your own consciousness with that totally unconcerned state beyond limitation, beyond the past, you see. Don't consider past, but move towards the manifestation of what you truly desire. And here is, ta-da! Here is, how is that possible? Neeraja keeps on saying that the only thing I have to do is to keep quiet. Yes, very quiet. You need to be very utterly quiet in what is. Don't move, don't suppress it, don't fight it, don't avoid, don't judge. Don't repress, don't avoid, don't judge. Don't control, don't fight. Fully here. Don't comment, don't hold opinions, ideas. And here you're sliding into the I am, the silence of the heart. And here you have to stay. My dear friends, here you need to stay and stay and stay. And then from here, whatever is that you really have in the heart, it will start to take form, you see, outside. It's only from here, this pure state of silence, that you start to feel that you already are what you would like to be. It is here that you start to feel that you have what really you would love to have. You see, this is not cheating. This has to be true, you know. This is the truest state you can be in. You need to be authentic here. It's not cheating. You have to feel it fully. And when you feel it fully, there is a joy, you see. And then from here is the answer. Actually, from here, the answer to all your questions. You find the solution to any problem. But I tell you, it's not intellectual, you know. It's not going to be in a verbal way. Here is the fire of silence that can transform problems into solution. It is the fire of silence, of freedom, yeah, to lead our way. So stay open. When the heart opens, the mind opens, and then you have a big yes, you join in with life. And it will not matter, you see, how right now it looks to be. You see, right now, it can feel like a mess. Maybe you're feeling confused and miserable. Try to stay here. Don't run away. You will see the power of consciousness. You see, the moment you really join in with that, it will be totally fine. That horrible state of being we reveal to be a blessing in disguise. Your deepest wound will be the cause of your freedom. You see, we are the eternal dreamer, dreaming non-eternal dreams. We have to remember that our dreams take form as we assume the feeling of their reality. You see, what you think, you feel, and it becomes. Then what has become, you feel, and you keep on thinking. This is creation, you see? So this is the secret of manifestation. From what we have here, from the known, you take a step into the unknown and let the mystery guide you. From the known, from what is, you step into what really is. What really is not known. It's known what appears to be. What really is the unknown, and you let the unknown move through you. There is the supreme healing. Then you expect miracles to happen. Thank you to all of you. And see you next time. Bye-bye.